We could coin opening deer in North Dakota Orange Friday because everybody's going to pull out their orange hunting gear. And if you are looking for some new gear, Scheels can help. Melissa Graff is here to show us what is new. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yes, okay, just go with it because there is so much here.
Yeah.
Orange, of course.
We definitely have to have orange in the state of North Dakota. You do have to have 400 square inches above the waist in orange. So, little items that you can start with is we do have an orange Scheels cap. And then a beanie. Right now, we know beanies are kind of a popular thing.
It's true. And you might need it this weekend. It's going to be chilly.
It's definitely going to start out cold and then warm up here.
Yeah.
We do also have a vest from Sitka. The nice part about this vest is you can't see it, but it does have a pad on the shoulder. So if you're a little bit more sensitive when you're shooting your rifle, and it is ambidextrous, so you can actually switch it over if you're left-handed.
Okay, that's great.
And then you go into your tried and true, just a full-on orange jacket. We do have different weights. This is more of a mid-weight. I'm a huge fan of layering when you go out, just because you're walking out to your stand, or if you're doing drives, you start out really warm, and then if you sit, you just end up getting really cold.
Oh, that's such a good point.
And then, for those of you who are extra cold, we do have our bibs.
I'd be in that.
Same. I'm definitely a heated person.
Yes. And then, of course, we need to have a good pair of boots.
Yep. So we have the Danner pronghorns with us today.
Okay.
We actually carry this one in an uninsulated 400, 800, and 1200 gram.
Wow. Okay.
So it's really nice having that option to kind of be walking around. They're comfortable and easy break-in.
I was going to say good tread on the bottom. You got to have that too, because you never know where you're, right?
And it is waterproof as well, so you're going to have that, especially if you have to get into some sloughs.
Awesome.
With a good pair of walking boots, you always want to make sure that you're in a pair of wool socks. We actually have a saying, I used to work in their shoe department, where cotton is rotten when it comes to socks. Wool does a better job at moisture management, and then it also doesn't lose any insulation when it gets wet. So if you're out walking a lot, it's very nice to have.
My hands always get cold. I mean, that's like the biggest thing when you're outside.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially if you're going to sit still, but I mean.
Oh yeah, and
these
ones are kind of awesome, especially for me, my fingers go numb really quickly.
Yes.
So this little zipper here, you can actually take one of your little heated packs and put it up there, so it keeps it warm. And when you actually want to shoot, you don't have that extra bulk and your fingers stay completely covered.
You know, the hunting world thinks of everything. Right. They really, truly do.
It's so nice. And then
that's cool.
I do have some base layers here. These are actually our Scheels Outfitter base layers. They are merino wool as well. Same thing with the socks, better at wicking moisture. So you'll have your legging base layer and then your jacket base layer.
Okay.
And really nice, really good. You can actually feel that it's not that scratchy material. They did such a good job with these wool.
Sorry, I keep dropping this special little number down here. It's not a little number either. But anyway, okay.
And then another thing to keep you warm, a lot of people tend to forget these exist. It's a Muff, and this one's from Numa, and this one's especially awesome because you have a little battery pack, and it's a heated one.
Oh. For smart.
So you can keep that on you warm if you're sitting in the sand and your fingers get cold. Just keep them right in there as well.
We could use these at you know, all of skipping, hunting, tailgating, football games, soccer games, you name it.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Keeps your digits warm.
Gear, I love it. Okay.
Moving on from the actual gear that you will be wearing, I have a couple of items with us. Just every once in a while, you kind of forget that the little things that you need. So we have field dressing gloves just to keep your hands clean as you are dressing your deer.
Yep.
And then if you're packing in and out, these are awesome to do. They are actually field bags. So when you quarter out your deer and need to pack it in, it keeps everything pretty clean for you so you don't actually move on.
And if you need to pack it out, out of wherever, look at this. I'm like, oh, it's so big. But this is the small.
This is the medium small size.
Okay.
The Mystery Ranch is kind of one of the big names in packs right now, and it's huge and you can pack in. I basically brought everything except for these bibs and the boots in this pack this morning when I brought it in, so it was easy to carry in for me. Which was nice because there's a ton of stuff on here.
That's great. I noticed that you had it all compact. And then of course all this other gear too, to attract.
Yep.
I'm taking it.
So
Black rack.
black racks, a lot of times when deer are fighting for dominance, it actually attracts other deer. So this is basically mimicking the sounds of their horns clanking together as they're fighting.
Cool.
And then I know I grew up, I actually used just sheds that we always found.
Sure.
So these
Yeah,
ones are
I've
really
seen that.
nice and you don't have to actually worry about breaking them.
Right. All sorts of gear. I love this. So, okay, we could go on and on and
Oh,
on,
yeah.
but you must get on down to Shields because they have so much, and you really need to have good gear to make the experience awesome. I mean, really, to make it so, right?
Oh yeah. If you're going out there and you're missing something, you'll be sitting there and just basically be walking around going, oh, I forgot this, and I forgot that, and it
We
kind of
don't
makes it
want
miserable.
that. So, well, Melissa, thank you so very much. Appreciate you coming in and bringing all
Absolutely.
this. This is cool. So good luck to all you hunters out there, and be safe. So, coming up on today's show, talking about the variety of apples in this year's harvest and some great recipes heading into winter.